Welcome back for the next step of the PC charting process. Today we're talking about how to complete your consent form for the background checks. Now, there is one alternative to this process. If you have recently completed a background check within the last 3 months, you can send this to me at membership@spiralscouts.org. But otherwise, we do pay for the background check. That's part of what your application fee goes toward. So it's really up to you. I don't think the form is that hard, so I'm not too worried you're going to get tripped up on it. I mainly want to make sure you know where to find it. There's really 2 or 3 places. There's 2 places you can find this form. You can either go to our volunteer, which is a volunteer page, which is www.spiralscouts.org/volunteer, and scroll down here to submit background check consent form. The other option is that you should have it in your email over here to fill out this form. And actually there's a third option. In your ProtoCharter handbook, in General Files, you click on the PC handbook. It is also located in here under consent and background. And it does show what the initial page looks like. We're going to show that as well. And as usual, if you find that there's something that we haven't answered in the FAQ here, let me know in the ProtoCharter Handbook channel or by email at membership@spiralscouts.org. Also feel free to text it to me, but I think email in this case would be best, just so I have a continuous record of it. But like I mentioned 2 videos ago, I want your input, because I can't know what questions you guys will have or future volunteers and leaders will have if you don't tell me. So it asks for an agreement. By continuing, you're aware that you're submitting information to protect my ministry, a consumer reporting agency. This is your usual standard boilerplate for this. And you can read the privacy policy and your summary of rights if you're so interested. But for the sake of this, we're going to go through this, and I'm not actually going to put in my social for obvious reasons. I'm not going to put my date of birth in here. I'm going to put a date of birth in here since this is just an example. Membership@spiralscouts.org. Membership@spiralscouts.org. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know that's invalid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you're going to do all of your addresses for the last 7 years. You're going to click this box saying that you've done the thing. And I'm going to actually go out and properly fill this out so I can show you what the next page looks like. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so now we're to the next page. Once you've clicked on that, you have your FCRA notice for background investigation that says in connection with it says employment. Obviously this is not an employment application. With ATC, this notice is intended to inform you that a consumer report will be obtained on you from a consumer reporting agency for volunteer purposes. I know it says employment, but it's volunteer. These purposes may include for hiring, retention, promotion, or reassignment. The report may contain information about you relating to your criminal information or history, driving and or motor vehicle records, verification of your education or employment history, social media, or other background checks. I'm going to tell you right now, I've read all of these. It doesn't do driving and motor vehicle records. We don't pay for that. And we also don't verify your education or employment history. We are literally just looking at your criminal history. I think it's funny and weird that it says this, but we do a very basic background check just to make sure that since we're dealing with children, that the people involved are not problematic for that goal. So we're going to click continue. And I agree. So I went ahead and put in my stuff because I'm due to renew my background check anyway. And this is the page you'll get. Application completed. Once that's done, I can apply for your background check. I actually can't run your background check without this form, and we do get it back pretty quickly. People get hung up because they never fill out this form, or they never contact us going, hey, why am I stuck? You're stuck because you didn't fill out the form. We do it this way so that a consumer agency handling your data, somebody who has all the encryption and data protection necessary, and also so we don't have to have any of that private information. When the board was coming up with this process, none of us felt comfortable with that. None of us wanted you to give us that information. So we do this working with a third party to make sure that your data is protected. And once we have this form in, I run your background check. And as long as it comes back clean, I mark it off. It's as simple as that. If anything weird comes back, that does not automatically mean that you are rejected. I forward that to the CEO and they contact you and you guys have a discussion. I think it's only come up once in the entire time I've done membership, and I think it was for somebody who wasn't from the US, but I don't want you guys to be daunted by that. Like, it just means you got to talk to our CEO. And with that, you have completed your background check. The next video will be about the youth protection. I'm going to go a bit more in depth in that because this is another thing that people tend to miss. Again, if you have any questions, email hq@spiralscouts.org or email membership@spiralscouts.org. For the quickest response, text me because if you're ready to dive in, I'm a homeschool mom. As long as I'm not in the middle of an appointment or one of the few days that I work, I'm happy to just help you move right on through there. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.